Alison is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison, Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison's your new best friend.
Hey everyone. Hi, hello. Welcome to another very exciting episode of Alison Rosen is your new best friend. This one is all different than normal because I am in New York. Daniel is in Burbank. Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
This is the first time you and I have recorded a remote show where we're remote. We've done remote a million times, but we have never been remote.
This is a weird experience.
It is weird. So in case anyone has been living under a rock, in case you're not reading the trades, just kidding, in case you're not up to speed on my show and my social media and whatnot, I am here because I had a nose job and just a little mid-face lift with some fat grafting. So I am recovering from that. I think it went well. I still have the cast on. As you can hear, I'm very stuffed up. I can't breathe well through my nose yet. And I've got this wrap around my head that I'm actually not supposed to. I'm supposed to take it off soon because I'm like past the point of wearing it, but it actually feels better. I've got a little ice pack on there. But I had seen so much stuff on TikTok about like, it doesn't hurt at all. It's no pain. It's just extra strength Tylenol. Those people are fucking liars. It does hurt. Or I'm the biggest wimp in the world. I don't know. But when I had my hysterectomy and rectocele repair, that was like, that didn't hurt at all. That hurt so little that I overdid it and had to like go back on bed rest because I was too active. But this hurts. Like I'm already supposed to be transitioning off of the painkillers. I don't think that's going to be happening just yet because there's a couple times that I let them wear off and the pain was like an 8 or 9 out of 10. So I said, no, thank you. I will be Percocetting myself, please. And that's what I'm doing. Although right now, I think I'm going to take off this head wrap thing. So Daniel, let us know how you're doing.
I'm doing well. This trip of yours is lasting a long time, so I miss you. And can't believe you still have a few more days before you come back. But, you know, the fort is being held down. It is hot as fuck here in LA. Let's see what else is happening. The fish are still alive. The dogs are still alive. The children are still alive. So I don't.
Okay, so unfortunately, the entire time you were talking and I was removing the head wrap, I didn't hear anything you said. So I'm going to need you to repeat that. And maybe also the listeners, if they tuned out for the last minute, they'll appreciate the reset also.
I was just saying that we all miss you. Everyone is still alive. And it is hot as fuck here in LA. But otherwise, there's not really much news to report. It's been a busy week.
It's really cold here in New York. So just another reason New York is superior.
Well, I have to tell you.
All right, let's hear it. Let me guess what you're going to say. You're going to say, Alison, I know that you want to move to New York, and I know that you're going to try to get us to move to New York, but I, Daniel, don't want to live in New York.
No, all those things are true.
But that's not what you're going to say.
That's not what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
What I was going to say is I actually haven't minded the heat. I don't wish it was cold. Like, as long as the sun isn't the problem with the heat for me, and this is just a personal thing, is mostly the sun part of the heat. Like with the heat comes the blistering bright sunlight.
Right.
But if you're out of the blistering bright sunlight and there's like a little bit of a gentle breeze, but it's kind of hot, I don't mind that. I actually kind of like it sometimes.
Wait, that's like the opposite. We've talked about this before, but there are people who are like, I love a cold, sunny day. And I'm like, I love that less than an overcast. I like a cold, sunny day is worse than a cold, overcast day. But what you're saying is an overcast, slightly balmy day you can handle.
I don't like balmy. I don't like...
What is balmy?
Humid.
Okay.
Like humid.
You like a cold, warm day. You like an overcast, warm day? It's 95. What are you claiming?
I'm saying when it's a day like today where it's like 95 degrees. But I can get out of the sunlight. I don't mind the 95 degrees so much.
Right, because we've built you a doghouse in the backyard where you can achieve shelter.
I mean, basically. No, but like being inside, like being in our little office with the door open and another door open in the house, but the screen closed so buggies can't get in. So you get that nice warm to hot breeze coming through.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am...
You're from Tucson. It's in your blood. You're a lizard.
I'm a bit of a desert rat.
You're a snake under someone's motor.
I am from there. My skin, however, is from Northern Europe.
Yes.
So my skin does not prefer the bright sunlight. But my soul does. Like my soul likes the heat.
And my soul likes New York. So,
I mean, have marriages succeeded? Like, can you move to New York and then I'll stay here with the kids?
I don't see why not.
And
you're volunteering for like a lot of extra work.
Well, no, I'll get a girlfriend.
Oh.
With the kids.
Okay. Are you wearing a bracelet?
Tony, cut that out.
Are you really making him cut that out?
Yes.
You are?
Don't embarrass me.
I'm not embarrassing you. You have changed since I've last. Hey, I have
worn this before. I've worn
Daniel,
this before.
I have a new face. So I am not one to talk. I know that I have just crossed the line. I'm not allowed to make you feel self-conscious in the beginning of the show. However, we are 9 minutes in. I feel that I'm well within my rights to comment.
This isn't new. I think you may even have gotten me one of these.
I just want to know the story behind it. Look, I am sporting a new face, okay? So,
but honey, my point is not that this is a new bracelet. My point is I wore these for like a year.
Well, can you tell me about them? It seems that I've forgotten.
What do you mean you forget? You never noticed when I was wearing these? Are just like stupid beads. I found them, so I put them on.
In where? The stupid bead shop?
No, I found them in our bathroom.
So what are they? It looks like there's 3 bands.
No, it's one that's like wrapped.
So there's like white. It looks like puka shells almost.
And then some sort of like seeds.
Seeds? Let me see the seeds.
Right, the brown ones look like.
It looks like various colored peppercorns. No, I bought you a bracelet that has like a little something. It's like a leather cord and it has something for Elliot and something for Owen, but you never wear it.
I can't find it.
That's okay because you bought me, oh my God, my ear, jewelry that I've never worn either. Okay, so as much as I love to talk about your peppercorn bracelet and the weather, there is important stuff we need to get to, which is we have Spotify comments, we have voicemails, and then we have a little more info about my surgery if anyone's wondering. And then the most important thing of all, you had a date with Destiny today.
I did.
We need to get into all of that. Where do
I went on a sensual adventure.
Where do you think we should start?
Well, the order you put it in is good.
Okay, so let's just go to the Spotify comments. Okay. Craig said, great episode as usual, Alison. Eddie Pepitone fit right in. That one, we may have already read that one. Okay, X Fatal says, a really good alternative to a heating pad is a bed jet. It's just nice, warm air circulating around your whole body. That does sound nice. So I had a couple private duty nurses taking care of me here. I didn't realize it was required. Like, when I was just going to get the rhinoplasty, I was going to have one just for a short little amount of time. But then I didn't realize that if you do a facelift, you have to have a nurse. It's like going extra legroom versus business class or something. Like when I was just going to get the rhinoplasty, they like called in my prescriptions to a pharmacy. And then as soon as I added the facelift, they're like, a concierge will be delivering these to you. And then also the doctor came to my hotel the next day to check on me and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And then also, let's see if I have it right here. Daniel, describe what I'm holding up.
It's like a gold bag of some sort.
This is what the apothecary delivers the medicine in. Yeah, it's a gold bag. It's ridiculous. But so anyway, they all commented on my weighted heat bag. I am like the Pied Piper, I'm like the Pied Piper of weighted heat pads. I should start an MLM. But anyway, okay. Sean says, no facelift needed. Stick with the eyebrow reshuffling only. I think you were going to get the eyebrow reshuffling, right, Daniel?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was going to have my eyebrows flipped.
My doctor was telling me that he operated on this kid who walked into a sign and like lost his whole eyebrow, and like his like muscle was, I don't know, I was having trouble concentrating on what he was telling me, but I just kept thinking like, how low is, they had to do an eyebrow transplant, but like, how low is the sign? How low is a sign that a kid can walk into it?
God, that's crazy.
Okay. A. Newman Jr., 39. Just an FYI, that was Jim Carrey. The makeup artist story was debunked, even though a lot of outfits initially reported it. Okay, that is interesting. Daniel, do you know what he's referring to?
I remember that there was conspiracy about Jim Carrey's face.
Jim Carrey looked totally different, including different teeth. And what I had heard and believed, because I guess I'm just a gullible ding-dong, was that was a hoax. It was a makeup artist dressed as Jim Carrey. And in fact, my doctor was talking about how blepharoplasties and brow lifts can completely change the way people look. And like, he's like Jim Carrey is the latest one. And I wanted to say, I think that was a hoax, but I didn't. But I'm glad I didn't, because he probably knows more than me. So anyway.
Wasn't his eye color different?
It was, and his teeth were different. So I'm a little confused. Shanshawn, thanks, Alison. I got myself a nice weighted heating pad, and it's your fault. Enjoy your toasted skin syndrome, my friend. Now, here is the question. When you're getting yourself a nice weighted heat pad, are you clicking through my Amazon? Please do. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps support the show. So if you go to amazon.com/shop/Alison Rosen, just going there, from there, anything you buy will kick a few cents our way. And I think that specific heat pad is in there anyway. I felt silly putting it in my suitcase because it is weighted, but it's only a couple pounds. But I also brought my koala, which all the nurses referred to as a teddy bear. And I wanted to be like, it's a koala. And
yeah, you're not a baby.
Yeah. And I've had it since I was 6. you know, Daniel, because you were instrumental in this, I no longer travel with it because when we were leaving Hawaii one year, I left it at the hotel and we had to turn around and go back and get it. And you were just like, why are you still traveling with this? You
I was like that.
Egregious baby lady. And I was like, fine, I'm a grown up. I'll stop traveling with my stuffed animal or stuffier plushie, as the children would say. So I've stopped traveling with it for the most part. And I did borrow one of Elliot's, his cool pal, a couple years ago. Because, you know, I just need it. It's not really to snuggle. It's like I put it on
But
my...
you could use a pillow for that.
Pillows are a little big. But I'm like, this is going to be an uncomfortable trip. I need all the comfort I can get. Weighted heat pad, koala, they're all coming with me. Okay. WL Fennel says, it doesn't sound like you realize that YouTube is TV now. Just do more YouTube shows and find interesting things to do with the medium, and you will have a successful, quote, TV show. P.S. You are stalling, worrying about how you look. No one cares. We are just here, excuse me, for all the rosinating, LOL. Well, that's probably true. That's probably true.
I mean, she's not worried about how she looks as a stalling maneuver. She's worried about how she looks because I demand perfection.
Yeah, you're like a
and she doesn't want me to leave her.
I don't want you to dock my allowance. Right. It's not just worried about how I look. It's worried about how my studio looks. Look, I hear what you're saying. In my defense, I'm a very indecisive person. And I don't know how long I can play the grief card, but probably a while. So there you go. Oh well, says heavy breathing in the beginning really threw me, LOL. Okay, so that was the episode with Wendy the human and Jeff the human's, her husband. After Daniel's intro, there was like 30 seconds of dead. I've heard 30 seconds of dead air, and I've also heard 30 seconds of heavy breathing. I'm unclear whose breathing it was. Normally, Tony would cut that out, and he just forgot to. Some people said it sounded like an exorcism. It sounded alarming. I didn't hear it. On Patreon, I upload the episodes early. So early, I found out that it was, so thank God someone was like, hey, this is going on. So I mentioned to Tony, he fixed it on Patreon, went to upload the real episode, and guess which one I uploaded?
Oh boy.
The one with the, So that was a whole thing. And then I fixed the files. And then for some reason, it still took a while for the correct one to show up for people, which Apple Podcast does that every now and again. And it's really annoying. Craig says, as always, I love the show, but as a Canadian, I took offense to Daniel's crack at our accents.
Oh, no.
I didn't think you really made a crack.
What did I say?
You were tying your shoe. And it was taking forever. And you said you were tying a boot. And then you said something about the Canadian shoe.
I actually quite enjoyed the Canadian accent, not in a mocking way. So I'm sorry if you took that as a mockery.
I think he's joking. We also played Recorder in grade 5 or 6. Don't Worry, Be Happy was a hit at the time and worked great for Recorder. Should I get back into Recorder?
Oh, please do.
I bet there's
I'll play the lute.
Well, the lute is a pretty instrument. The point is we're getting into obnoxious.
Yes, but between the two of us, we could be like a medieval. We could go to the Ren Fair, and you can toodaloo on your recorder, and I'll play the lute, and we'll prance around.
Is the recorder that old?
Well, I assume it is. I just think that the recorder, what sounds best on a recorder are, songs from the Tudor period, not necessarily
Don't worry, be
anything
happy.
after that. Yeah, I'm sure their version of Don't Worry Be Happy would change my mind. But the music that comes out of a recorder, even if you played like a Beach Boys song on a recorder, it would sound like a Baroque version of the Beach Boys. Like, it just has that sound. And so I'm saying, let's lean into it. Let's do it. Let's get some clout out of it or something.
Clout. This is where it's all going to happen for us, Daniel. We're
going to make Baroque cool for Gen Z.
What does a lute look like? Do you know?
Isn't it like a little, it's sort of like a little guitar-ish sort of thing.
Or is that a lyre? Like the people that say that facelifts don't hurt.
Let me look up lute. I feel like I'm probably wrong. I don't know. Like, I'm
picturing like a lute, a mandolin, and a lyre all together. But here's what I'm wondering.
Hold on.
Okay.
If I had a lute, I would call it Lute Skywalker. Here you go.
Can you make that not so blurry?
I'm trying.
Touch it like when you're presenting makeup.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't need my stupid video is fogged up because I use it for work. So let's unblur it. There we go. Now.
Oh my God! There's my. There it is. So that's a lute.
Right. So it's sort of guitar-ish.
Yeah. Let me see my studio. Oh. So I'm looking at the colors, the blues. Yeah, I prefer the prosciutto core. I know what you're saying. You like this blend, but anyway. So here's what I was going to say, though. In my recorder days, you got your standard issue, cheapo, like red or
brown,
black recorder. Some people would chew on them and they'd get like nubby, like a ballpoint pen you chew on at the top. But I bet if you're going to throw a little money at the situation, there's some nice recorders. I could have like a snazzy recorder. And maybe that's who I am now.
I mean, I support all of your dreams.
Honey, that means the world to me. Okay, let's see here. And
by the way,
yes,
are you going to be able to make the Ren Fair this year with your nose the way it is? Because Elliot is expecting to go.
How soon is it?
I think it's in April. But we could always hit it at the end of April.
Well, I don't think my nose is going to affect me from going to the Ren Fair in April when it's only March.
Or what about your scar? I mean, like, I don't know how the healing is.
Oh, I mean, I can't be in the sun, but I'll be fine. Okay. And if you have to go without me, I'll be more than fine. I'll be more than fine. More than fine. How soon is this fucking thing? I'm so I love you, but I'm tired of the Ren Fair.
Sweetheart.
It's the same every year.
Don't talk to me. Do not talk to me about it.
You're talking to me about it?
No, I'm telling you what our son is expecting.
All right, fine. Okay. Here is an important question. A. Newman Jr., 39. I don't understand why, if one person disagrees with you, you spend 10 to 15 minutes talking about it. People disagree. It's okay. That's
such a good point.
The irony is that people disagree. It's okay. That's the point that I'm trying to make. It's them.
That's literally my point.
That is our point. People disagree. It's okay. But it's you guys who are like, I disagree. I can't listen to you anymore. But specifically, first of all, A. Newman Jr., 39, or whatever your name was, you have a unassailable great point, and that's totally true. I'm just saying I didn't understand why people were taking offense with our show, and that's what was bothering me. If someone was like, I disagree with this point, it would be easier for me to say, like, either say my piece or just not say anything or whatever. But you're totally right. And also, like, I remember on Red Eye, so Andy Levy was very online. You know that book that Taylor Lorenz wrote, Very Online, or whatever it's called?
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
I don't know it, but yes, I do not know.
Well, there's like a term for very online. And Andy Levy was oh my God, my ear was extremely online. His extreme onlineness would like bleed into the show. And I remember thinking, this is not good. It's not good for content creators to let the veil between comments and them be this porous. Sort of like when, like we've seen HBO shows start reacting to Reddit comments and stuff. I'm like, that's bad. Okay.
Wait, I have something to say about that, though.
Yes.
Because I 100% agree with A. Newman Jr., 69 or whatever his name is. I struggle with this only because, first of all, we're talking about news for the first time.
Yes.
Like in this show, on your show, we never really talk about current events or we'll talk a little bit about politics, but like, I don't know. And while you, A. Newman Jr., are okay with disagreement, which I love, and I am okay with disagreement, there are a lot of people right now, I feel like more than before, maybe I'm wrong, who can't handle hearing someone who might have a certain opinion they disagree with. Like people, and we hear from them, and they'll be like, "I didn't know I'm sick to my stomach." They'll just say like things like that, like.
So they told me they were grossed out. They were grossed out by my views.
Yeah, and shit like that. And so I guess for me, and maybe I've been doing it too. I thought maybe I'm doing this too much, but like, I think I've been trying to create this space and this understanding with the listeners that like I may have opinions that you may find offensive. I don't know, like whatever. We're just living in a fraught time, right? Like, where everything is so extreme, and so people might be like that person who reached out to you and said that your opinion made them sick to their stomach or whatever. It's like that. I want you all to understand, like, we're operating with the best information we have under the best let me put it this way. We're operating in good faith. Like you may not like my opinion. You may think that I'm misinformed. You may think that I'm an idiot, but I'm not lying and I'm not a bad person. I'm doing,
Right.
And so I'm just trying to set those ground rules because what I want is to be able to speak freely. I want to be able to just say what it is that's on my mind, but I feel like I can't quite do that because I'm like...
And we also don't want children or innocent people or anyone to be killed. And if you think and I'm obviously talking around some stuff, but like, if you believe that because I think XYZ, that means that I want people to be killed, you are believing bullshit. You have been bought.
It's a pretty good indicator. Like
you have bought into a propagandist way of thinking.
Yeah, I think that the nature of a propagandist way of thinking is to make you assume the other person is like actually evil, and that they want those bad outcomes, as opposed to like I liken it to a relationship, in an actual relationship where part of the discipline in making a relationship work is making sure that you are understanding the other person loves you and is operating in good faith. And
yeah.
So when, and so you give them the benefit of that doubt. And it's like, I'm trying to say, like, look, guys, I have a life experience, and I have certain beliefs based on that life experience, and I trust certain information sources over other information sources, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, which has led me to believe certain things. Okay. But that doesn't mean I think that like children should be killed, or whatever. So like, if we can just all assume good faith here, then there's room for disagreement.
Yeah.
Like if you hear me say something and you're like, okay, listen, asshole, if you're thinking like, no, that's not how it is. Like that is not, that's fine. Tell me. Like, I'm open to being wrong about shit. I understand that my ability to know things is extremely limited. I'm like in this room with just this trickle of information coming in. If you have other information that is going to change, and by the way, I give myself permission to change my mind based on new information and here's the ultimate thing. And we, like, I see this all the time online where people are like, I hate the word cancel, but like they're canceling people over opinions. Right. And it's like, what was I just about to say? Here, let me just make it clear in case anyone is confused. I don't have the power to change anything.
Yeah.
I don't like, if you're like, what's your position on, the Iran war, for example, or whatever. It's like,
no one is doing what you're telling them to do.
Like, yeah, like I could tell you my position,
yeah.
Right? And it may offend you or you might agree with it. Either way, nobody who has any control over that situation is listening to me.
Right.
Like, I'm not in a position of influence. I am not. All I can do is vote. I have one stupid little vote in California, by the way.
Yeah.
So I can go once every couple of years. I can go doop and vote.
Right.
A meaningless vote.
Right.
That's it. So like, let's all just chill out. I want to be able to speak freely, both because I want to be honest with everybody about who I am and what I think, but also I want to have a dialogue.
Yeah.
But when people start coming at you like, I can't listen anymore because, we've had people say, I'm not going to listen to you anymore because of what you said about this. And it's like, well, really? Like, why? like you.
Someone told me someone wrote, I try not to look at Reddit comments, but when I was on Never Not Funny, they couldn't listen to me on Never Not Funny because I'm a Zionist, they said. And it's like, first of all, I don't even use the term Zionist.
Well, also the word Zionist, it's
it's moot. Israel exists.
But it's also, what does it mean? Like,
right. What does it mean? And actually someone climbed up my asshole and turned sideways the other day about it. Like, are you a Zionist or not? And I was like, how are you defining Zionist? Like, and they're like, Google is free. And it's like, no, I want you to define it because I want you to tell me what you mean. And then I'll tell you if that's me or not.
Totally. The analogy that I was thinking of was, it's like if the word vegan, okay, it's like, let's say there were a bunch of animal rights activists who were killing people who lived at slaughterhouses.
Right.
Okay? Just really radical people. And they called themselves vegans. Okay. But I'm a vegan because I just don't eat meat.
Yeah.
Like
you want to know, like, which one are you talking about?
Yeah. Then it's like if someone's saying, "Are you a vegan?" you would want to define, like, what do you fucking mean? Like, I am, like, if you mean Zionist as like you believe that Israel's promised to the Jewish people by the Bible and by God, and it's this holy project, that's one thing. If you believe...
Well, that is what the person said. They're like, do you believe that it's a holy promised land given to you by God? And I'm like, no.
So then you're not a Zionist, but they think...
Also, I've never been to... I have zero relationship with Israel. I've never been there. I'm barely Jewish. Like, what?
But hold on. That person thinks you're a Zionist because you support Israel, but is trying to make you... But is
trying to make me say I'm a bad person.
is trying is in a dishonest way trying to make it so that if you support Israel, then therefore you believe that the Jewish state was promised by God, which is a leap. Like,
but also one more thing. Do I even support Israel? I don't even know. I believe it is a country that exists. I believe it was attacked, and I believe it has a right to defend itself, just like I believe all countries have a right to defend themselves. And that's kind of it.
I just think online discourse, which is the only discourse we have anymore, it polarizes all issues. And so there's no room for someone to have an opinion that is nuanced. And and unfortunately, I feel like
let's move on though.
Thing, I just put a button on it. The Israel-Palestine thing, it's like if you're taking an extreme on either side, it's like such a complex history and issue that you're just oversimplifying something, and it's I just can't get down with that. It's just I don't know, they're our ally. I don't know. I don't want the people in Israel to die any more than I want anyone to die. Does that make me a bad person? Am I on the wrong side of history? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that shit.
Okay. Mary Elena, I mean, wars are directly linked to climate change. It's pretty obvious. So being against wars is fighting climate change.
What?
Do you want me to read it again? You were saying that
being against wars is not fighting climate change.
Explain.
Wars, you can say wars are caused by climate change, but you can't say climate change are caused by wars.
Can you
You're
say
not
that
fighting climate change by fighting wars? What?
If you're against wars, are you against climate change?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. My brain.
There's no link. There's no causal link between. I mean, you could maybe say, I guess, if you burned an oil field, then there'd be a link to climate change that way. But I could make the case that, well, shit, if there's a country that is contributing to climate change and we went to war with them in order to force them to develop clean energy, then wouldn't that be fighting climate change? I don't think that makes sense.
There's too much Percocet in my brain for me to follow. Okay. Michelle says, would coconut oil help break down the adhesive? We were talking about the adhesive that Wendy and Jeff use and also that I use. I don't know. Maybe, but I think the issue with, oh my God, my nose hurts so bad. I think the issue with coconut oil to remove adhesive is that then it would leave a pretty thick coating, and you need to put a patch or a glucose monitor back on it. So I use this thing called Remove, and it's been one of my product picks. It's this Remove patch. It does not smell good. I clean it. It gets the adhesive off really well, though. I clean it off, and then I take some Flonase on a cotton round, and I wipe it down, and then I put the patches back on, and it works really well. Okay. GK, great show. Alison, Dave, Daniel, Tony, what else could you ask for? What else could you ask for? And he's speaking about Damashek. Damashek is the awesomest. Okay. Two more comments.
Yeah.
What, honey?
Go ahead. Just read the next one. I didn't want you to stop.
Katie Madden. Not the slander of my profession. We have rules and laws we have to follow in optical, just like any other medical field. Well,
what were we slandering? I don't remember.
Oh, I was doing some slandering because when I went to my appointment, I had made an appointment with the eye doctor and I was asking for contact samples and they were saying...
Wait, you had an appointment with the eye doctor?
Professor bitch.
Eye doctor, professor bitch.
With the eye doctor. And I wanted contact samples and they were saying that only the optician could give those to me. And I was like, are you fucking for real? I feel
Is that
like
slandering the profession, or is that just pissed at the back office?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's true, but it feels a little bit like going to a doctor and saying, "Could I have samples of this drug?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, only the nurses could give those." Tony,
Oh,
can you?
Katie's mad because she's like, look, they're not allowed to give those out. You can't be pissed at them for that. Those are the rules. And she's right.
I don't know
She's
which.
right. You're wrong.
I don't know which one Katie is though. Like which of those, which jobs is. And then lastly, Nathan Mendenhall says, as a kid, I learned from Wilson on Home Improvement that looking through a pinhole corrected your vision. I've been reading my alarm clock through an OK pinhole ever since. OK meaning like doing that. Wow. I follow a woman. Actually, Daniel, you would know who she is. Do you read? Okay, so our dog Wendy, there was a dog named Violet who was Wendy's aunt.
Yes, I
And
remember.
Violet's human mother just
Violet was part dog, part human. Just so people know.
yes. Her human mother just tried those Viz eye drops and that correct your reading. And she's going to let me know tomorrow, like how it went. But it did make her eyes red and it felt a little dim. But for the most part, she said it was like pretty miraculous.
But they're dangerous, right?
I don't think they're dangerous.
Oh.
All right. Now, I believe we have a voicemail.
Hi, Alison. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Listened to your show for since the Adam Carolla days. Plastic surgery comments. You're beautiful. Leave your face the way it is. It will not age well. Keep that in mind. Whatever you do right now to your perfect face will just get worse and worse as you get older. And then the more you try to cover it up, the mistakes, the worse it's going to get. It's a rabbit hole that you can't come back out of. You'll end up looking like, I don't know, Sarah Jessica Parker, where you stop looking like the person you used to look like and nobody will.
I don't think Sarah Jessica Parker's actually had much work. That's the funny thing. At a certain point, it's like, does this person look weird because they look old or because they look like they've had work done? Sarah Jessica Parker may have had a nose job, but not a facelift, I don't think. Back to the comment.
The things people like about you, people will forget. And you'll just become another bland, mindless, beachy waves, California girl. You're going to go change your hair blonde. You're going to get a super tan. You're going to get super white teeth. And nobody will be able to find you in a crowd. So keep in mind. Probably too late though. Bye.
I'm going to get a cabriolet with a surfboard and a hot boyfriend, which was the dream when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Look for the surfboard. It is too late. You know, what were you going to say, Daniel?
I think you shouldn't get the surgery.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. It's weird. I look at myself in the mirror from the side and it's like my profile is different. I can't tell what it is yet because I've got the cast on, but if?
I think people did listen to your show because of your nose. And so it was always a risk.
What if I don't like it?
Your nose?
Yeah.
But you can always add like prosthetics.
This is true.
To your nose.
You can always add nose. You can't take away nose. Or it's the other way around. It's the other way around.
We live in the special effects makeup capital of the world.
Yeah.
We can figure it out.
All right. And one more.
Hey, Alison and Daniel. This is Lorelai from Las Vegas. I was just wondering if, by chance, you guys can play the song Topic Sombrero, because the other day when I was listening to the pod, all of a sudden my husband just started singing it while he was in the shower, and I was like, wow, we haven't heard this song in a very long time, and we thoroughly enjoy it. So could you please play it for us? Thanks so much. We totally love you guys. Again, this is Lorelai from Las Vegas.
Lorelai from Las Vegas, your wish is granted.
It's the topic sombrero. We asked for topics and you sent them in. It's the topic sombrero. Now pick a topic and let's begin. It's the topic sombrero.
We haven't done Topic Sombrero in so long. Do you remember Topic Sombrero? Was that before you, Daniel?
Do we still have the sombrero? We got to have that somewhere, right? Maybe throw it away.
So I had an inflatable sombrero, as one does, and then
I feel like we had a real sombrero.
I had a double broiler, and that is what I use to put my topics in.
Oh, well, we should buy a sombrero then. And
I mean, we could. Yes, we could go back to that. It's interesting. I feel like, here's a question. Do you feel like Just Me or Everyone is losing its punch? I feel like I've been doing Just Me or Everyone. I don't even want to speak this into being, but I feel like I've been doing Just Me or Everyone for so long. And people used to send them in on Twitter when it was Twitter. And Gary would like put them together and it would be a page of like 12 or 9. And we'd go through all of them and it was every single week. And then it slowed down how many have come in. And now I have the guests doing them. And I'm just wondering, has it lost its oomph? Like, am I forcing us to still do it? Maybe it's time to bring back Topic Sombrero. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get rid of Just Me or Everyone.
Right. I don't want to lose it because it's so associated with my show.
Yeah.
Remember, we even tried to sell a TV show called Just Me or Everyone. All right, something to think about. Okay, now, drum roll, please, Tony. All right, Daniel, tell me about your day, please.
Well, as people know, I am slowly turning into Sensual Dan, largely against my own will. This is just a thing that's happening. And I have become... So, I've been interested in scents and perfumes and colognes. Not like necessarily the department store stuff. More like, and not even necessarily something that I would wear. It's kind of like, I was thinking about it, it's sort of like, how people be like, I don't know much about cheese. I want to learn about cheese.
People do be like that.
Yeah. You go to the cheese part of the store and there's all the different, this is me. I'll look at it and I go, well, I know cheddar, provolone and Swiss, but what the fuck are all these Spanish cheeses, or what are all these different kinds of variations on blue cheeses, or whatever? I don't know anything about cheese.
Sure.
And then you endeavor to learn about cheese. I don't fucking have any interest in cheese, but
one could imagine this happening.
I just felt like I have this fifth sense. It's called smell, and I don't ever pay attention to it. And you can introduce scents, and it is nice, or it can unlock different associations and memory. I don't know. And so, but I was watching Mr. and Mrs. Sniff on TikTok, and they're talking about it. And I'm like, I don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about.
Can I ask you a question? Do you feel that Mr. and Mrs. Sniff are more peers or parents for you? Where? Who are they to you?
Well, they're not. I don't think they see them either way. Honestly, I guess peers. I mean, they're just people. They're in a different profession,
right?
They're just like people who have hyper specialized in the olfactory part of life.
I'm listening to you. I just got to take off. I'm just getting very hot.
Like in the way that some people will have a collection of Funko Pops and comic books or baseball cards. They have a wall of perfumes.
Right.
It's just like, and it looks like hundreds, if not more, just different perfumes. And they're all like, some of them are designer and some of them are it's kind of like micro brews. Like people will small batch indie perfumers and stuff. I don't know. And for some reason, it was just fascinating to me. And so I was, just saying, well, like, what if I wouldn't want to be cologne guy. I wouldn't want to be someone who walks into a room and people are like, oh, he's wearing a cologne. But like, I don't know, maybe there's like a scent that would be nice and subtle, close to the skin, whatever, that would feel like something that I would smell like. I don't know what that would even be, if there even is something. Anyway.
Yes, I think we're all well aware of your...
Well, I don't know if I've spoken about this on the free show or if...
Really? Okay, well, I think people know that you're on a signature scent journey that involves an evening scent.
Okay, I'm sorry if that was too much preamble.
No,
all
it's
right.
fine. It's fine.
So there is a place in Burbank that does like custom. It has like a scent bar, and you can go and you can sit, and they have hundreds of different single like essential oils and then you smell them and you can like figure out what you like, and then they will assemble a scent. I don't know what you would call it, like a cologne or perfume that then becomes your formula, and then they'll mix it into whatever. Like they'll make an oil, they'll make a cologne, they'll make a lotion, they'll make a room spray. I mean, they'll do whatever you want. And so I went there today because I wanted to, first and foremost, I wanted to learn what it is I like, without having to buy a bunch of samples of perfume. Because it was like, you go, you don't know what to get. There's all these different perfumes you can buy, and it's like each one has notes of this and that and the other thing. And it's like, I don't fucking know what I like, and I was getting some thinking I'd like it, and then I wouldn't. Of, a dozen or so that I got, I maybe liked one, I don't know. So Anyway, sorry if this is, I'll get to the goods. So I went to the scent bar, and I was nervous because this is a weird thing to do. I'm like way out of my comfort zone. I don't know why. It was just, I felt very strange going in.
Do you feel like it's usually women who go? This is the place that you and I have been before, right?
Yeah, I know that men go there.
Right.
It's not like I'm going into a fucking lingerie store, or a tampon store. I'm not going into it. You know what I mean?
A tampatorium?
I'm not going to a tampatorium. No, I mean, it is very girly, this place, but I am not, I know that guys go in there. It's more just like, you can tell by my preamble that I feel like
you need to justify it?
It feels like this is not in my character.
Right.
And so I feel like I have to explain it, even though who cares? You know what I mean?
Well, this is like if anyone's going to understand, it's them. This is their thing. But at the same time, like, I get it. I would also feel like if I, I think I might want to get it back into horseback riding someday. And if I were to like go into a feed barn or a whatever it's called where you buy horse equipment, I might feel weird. Oh,
speaking of which, I thought it'd be fun to teach Elliot how to do rope tricks.
Oh,
because
yeah.
if he could learn how to do rope tricks, then that would be a fun thing for him to do at the school music thing next year. But whatever. Yeah. Anyway,
making him a tiny you, aren't you?
I am. Now he's singing. He's singing. So now he got to be me.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so I sit down. I give the woman the same fucking, by the way, same preamble. And she's just looking at me. She's like, okay, are you done? She was super nice.
Wait, like what preamble were you giving her?
I mean, a little bit more just like, this is how I became interested in this is why I'm sitting here kind of thing. And then also, this is these are some of the colognes I've sort of liked, and these are some of the ones that I didn't like. And I was hoping that would help guide her. Except that she was not familiar with the ones that I said I liked.
Oh.
Which was...
What was she like?
First of all, they were all very nice. There was like 3 ladies that worked there.
Were you the only person in there?
No. There were a couple of gals at the end of the bar who were finishing their thing, and then people were coming in and going all the time because it was busy. But I would say that the gal who served me, I forget her name because I don't remember names. I think she described herself as a witch.
Are you serious?
But she didn't she wasn't like witchy. She was like, she just looked like an older sort of Burbank lady. I don't know, that are like artsy.
All right.
Tattoos, but like nice. She wasn't like witchy and the like, okay, little boy. She was
like she wasn't going to cook you into a meal.
Yes, the perfumes were not did not include like bat wings and shit.
Great.
But, I do think that she was a perfumer. She was the owner of the shop said told me that this woman was a perfumer. So whatever, I assume she knew what she was. She was an expert. I'm assuming.
Okay.
So she brings down a bunch of different oils from lightest to sort of heaviest, and we start with the lightest, and it's like the process was like I would smell one, and then there was this thing in front of me with these slots, and you could put the little strip in it if you liked it, and then you toss it if you didn't like it, which at first felt like I was insulting them if I didn't like it, like I was sheepish, but of course that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like wine tasting in that, how when people swish it around, if you've ever gone wine tasting. And,
I haven't, but I know you spit it out.
But when you're tasting it at a vineyard, there's this temptation to suddenly be like, oh, I can define it's got a nose of this, and I can really taste the cherry and the walnut, whatever the fuck. And it's but most of us are not good enough to really get all those notes, and so it's just a lot of bullshit. I feel like half of the scents that I smelled, I would go, that's kind of grassy or citrusy, and then she'd be like, no, that's amber. And so it was a little bit hard to know how to describe or define the sense. The fun thing about it was she would give it to me without telling me what it was. And so, because often if you tell someone what it was, they'll immediately make that connection. But if they don't, you might have a different idea about it. And there were some weird ones. She gave me one where it was and I have to look this up to see if this is bullshit, because I still have a hard time believing this. She gave one to me, and it smelled very clean and almost like something you would smell in a body wash, right? It was that kind of not soapy, but had a clean scent. And she said it was chrome. I'm like, the metal? She's like, yes.
Chrome? That's weird.
Chrome has a smell?
That's
and
odd.
By the way, it smells good.
Super weird.
I don't know if I even... So there was some stuff like that where I'm I have to sit down and do a little fact checking to see if that was even true. But it was neat because now I have a better idea about okay, that's what that is. That's what oud is. Or remember when we were at that hotel in Tokyo that we stayed in, and there was that smell in the lobby? That smell was tea. Oh. That's what that was. Because I was just like, what is this weird smell? It's I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but it was it had a quality that I was like, I don't really and that was tea.
Interesting.
It was a tea scent. Like a black tea. And then oud. Oud, there's this, you get a lot of oud scents, and oud is like this. It's like in India, there's a kind of wood that would get some sort of disease. It's like a disease in the wood that causes it to secrete this substance, and that's called oud, and it's got this very like
So it's like wood pus.
spicy, woody smell. Yeah.
Gross.
Oh, some of these are like, they had stuff, perfuming is funny because they'll have like musks and stuff that are like, this is the secretion of, the anal gland of a beaver, or this is.
That's vanilla, right?
Well, the flavor scientists use that for like vanilla or strawberry flavor.
Did they have ambergris? Because I think that's like whale vomit.
Ambroxan.
Oh.
Is the coating in a sperm whale's intestines. It's a substance that coats things that are hard to digest.
How did it smell?
It's a very subtle, musky smell that I actually didn't hate.
Did you smell petrichor?
I don't think so.
Petrichor is the scent of pavement and soil after the rain.
They didn't have many of the funky stuff, although she said, I think they did have those in the back. She said they had the scent of hemoglobin.
Oh, yes. Blood is supposed to be. I remember Jackie Johnson came over and we did a Patreon episode where we smelled blood perfumes.
They were like, ugh, they keep it in the back because they don't like it, but some people want to have that.
Nasty.
Some of those like notes will be buried in people's little perfumes. I think it's fun when people, because there are people who will wear very arty perfumes that aren't meant to smell good, but they're meant to smell weird. And I was thinking, like, if you're wearing a weird scent, nobody, if you're out with people, nobody's going to be thinking like, oh, someone's wearing a perfume that smells like that. You wouldn't think that.
No.
So what it does then is it's like this subconscious like intrusion where people are like, what's that weird smell? Like you're wearing a weird smell, and it just makes people think there's a weird smell in the room, which is fun.
It sort of like we know someone who dresses in what you call clowncore?
Yes. No, I'm just laughing because I'm imagining what that person would be wearing. It's probably like
patchouli.
No, I would think like popcorn and cotton candy.
That also. Well, then they're just like circus scent, but yes, maybe.
Yes. Patchouli is so specific. It's like, I like patchouli, but only because it's got that nostalgic, like, oh, I think of college. But I would never want to smell it on me or in my house. It's too specific. It's like having like, I don't know, Christmas scent, like pine.
Which I like, but okay. So get to the part where you find your signature scent.
Okay, so then she put it all together.
So she put it all together, like you chose the ones you like.
So I had all the ones that I liked, and then it was like, I said, okay, I want a summery, light skin scent, something that's very subtle, like something that you have to get close to smell it, but it's got a summery vibe because that's what we're on the verge of.
Yeah.
Here it is. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So I put it's got ISO E super in it, which is what you like. That's that.
It's got
molecule. What? ISO E super. That's the molecule.
Say it one more time because I have my
ISO E super
that molecule that I like.
Molecule, yeah.
Okay.
It's extremely subtle, and then the ambroxan, which is
whale vomit,
intestinal fluid.
Yum.
But now we're getting to the good stuff. Neroli, which I really like. Tobacco leaf, Palo Santo, bergamot, smoked vanilla, and birch leaf.
Ooh. Is that 1 cent or 3 cents?
I believe that's a blend of vanilla and birch leaf, but it's got a smoky sort of like, it smells like cooked vanilla. It's actually really nice.
Okay.
White amber sunset, which I think is just amber with a bit of, it's like a floral amber. And then rose oud.
That sounds interesting. Is that your whole scent?
That's it.
What do they call it?
Well, they made me name it, and I felt very under pressure. I wanted to be clever.
I hoped you called it like Grambling Nap Chip.
Grambling Nap Chip. I know. I felt very like self-conscious, and
it's like when you have to come up with a password in front of someone.
Yeah, I like, if I was given more time, and I might still call in and say, hi, I want to rename it. But I just felt like very much like I want to be like, I don't want to have to explain my joke. Do you know what I mean? Or be like silly. They didn't seem to have a big sense of humor. I felt like I was performing for people that might not laugh at it. I don't know. It was just a weird situation. So I was just very safe. I called it Desert Oud.
That's a very safe name. Did you have a funny one on deck?
No.
Okay.
That's the other problem. I didn't have a thought of another one. I'm sure, though, if I gave it a minute, I could.
Well, Desert Oud is good because you're Mr. Tucson Desert guy.
Yeah, and the oud is like a top note, and it's got this like desert grass. But what I love about it is it's also got an Italian citrus vibe. It's like there's a cologne. Tom Ford has a cologne called Neroli. I think it's called Neroli Petrofino or something like that, which is like a sophisticated remake of a very classic cologne called like 4711. It's like this.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Yeah.
And it's like, man, when you smell it, you're like, oh yes, that. And it's a great smell, but it's so specific. And what I like about this is that it's got those notes I like, the neroli, the bergamot. So it's got that like Italian citrus floral, but it doesn't have the petitgrass or whatever that's called that gives it that like very specific smell.
Well, honey, very,
Look
very...
at me.
Now, question.
Or, I mean, smell at me.
What happens in the evening? Because we know that you also have an evening fragrance.
The evening fragrance thing is more like, I just want something good to smell when I'm falling asleep. I might go with just a pillow spray. I don't need...
That'd be good for me. That'd be good for me because it's been a lot.
Yes, I don't need an evening cologne. I do it. I've been doing it for fun. Just because it's fun. And now that you've noticed that it gets on Petey, our dog,
and
that's
Wendy.
kind of funny too. It's funny to me that they're walking around
smelling
the next
like
day with it,
cologne,
smelling like, Bal d'Afrique or whatever that cologne is, Byredo. But I think just like a nice. And then I realized, you know what I really want? I just want to plant stuff in my backyard. I want my house to smell good. It's not like I want to smell good. Yes, fine. Yes, I want to smell good. But it's like, I want my house to smell nice. I want to plant. Now I'm obsessed with planting like bergamot in like planters or something. I want to get some bergamot trees.
Well, maybe we need to do it. Well, listen, I couldn't be more happy for you that we both this week have found ourselves. You found your scent. You faced your fears. You allowed a Burbank witch to find you a scent.
The Burbank witch, honey.
I came all the way to New York, and who knows what's happening to me, but I am uncomfortable right now, which is why I am...
You're wrapping up. Let me just say one thing.
Trying to end the show, yes?
They at the end of it, they gave me a small thing of it, not that small. And they asked me if I wanted more. And I was like, no, because I've got to make sure my wife likes it. Because if you don't like it, then we may have to tweak it.
Ooh, is that an option?
Well, I don't want to offend your nose, although maybe, are you still going to be able to smell after all this?
Yeah, God willing.
Like you do have, it has to be something you
But like,
don't hate.
do they give you, if you need to tweak it, will they let you?
I'm sure they would.
So what does your mom and what do the kids think about it?
I don't know about the kids. My mom thinks it's great, but it's my mom.
Yeah.
I probably rubbed feces on my neck and she'd be like, ooh, that's interesting. That's really, she wouldn't say she liked it, but she'd be like, it's bold. It's a choice. She'd be really nice about it. But she claims to like, and here's the other thing they all said. See, here's the thing. They are incentivized to be super complimentary.
Of course.
So I'm not sure I trust. But like once I was wearing it, they're like, it reacts so well. Like it smells even better. And it's like, does it? Does it? Does it really smell better when it's on me? Does it?
Well,
so I don't know.
This has been, I'm very excited to smell it. Do you have it in front of you? Can you hold it up?
Oh, I didn't bring it out here. Oh, they did tell me one sad thing. They had a customer who had one of these, their signature scent. And then
they died.
She died and her partner came in and because it was on, she wanted some because she wanted to smell it. She so closely associated it with, isn't that sad?
Were they able to give it to her?
Yeah, because once it's on formula, once it's on file, you can reorder it.
That is so sad. Is it a bottle or a roller ball?
I got a spray. You can get the roller bottle, or the roller ball.
How come you got a bottle?
Why'd I get a spray?
That's what I mean.
I was worried it would be way too subtle if it was just an oil. Like it's already subtle enough as a spray.
Well, now we have to get divorced.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem?
Well, I just find that when you spray it, it tends to like travel quite a bit, but
I don't think this will.
Okay. Well,
I do think it'll smell after I've done it for a minute or two, or maybe even longer, but it won't be like those Le Labo scents where it's very strong.
I used to keep a bottle of cologne, specifically New West skin scent for her, for anyone who remembers that one, in the garage. And I would spray it on my way out the door because my parents were very sensitive to smells. So it might just be the kind of thing where you spray it outside, because when you spray it inside, it really clings to everything. But if you spray it outside, then it's good.
My morning routine will be to strip bare naked, walk outside, greet the sun, spray myself 8 or 9 times with my scent, and then walk through the house because it's my fucking house.
Fabulous. Now, I have some questions about how things have been going since I've been here. Should I ask them on air or off air?
Maybe off air. There's not much to report.
All right.
Everybody's alive, doing well.
This was fun. It would be more fun if I were there, but it was fun.
You should come back.
What?
You should come back.
I'm planning to on Tuesday. It'll be pretty soon. I would like to remind everyone that I love you. Thank you so much for listening. Keep those comments coming. I forgot to check if there were Apple Podcast comments, but keep those coming too. And your Spotify comments, call in, leave us voicemails. We won't answer. 323-553-2331. If you would like to submit a topic sombrero, send it to ariYmbfshow@gmail.com. And then let's say you're listening and you're like, I need more info about this plastic surgery. I am putting all the plastic surgery info, including videos with my doctor, on Patreon, patreon.com/Alison Rosen.
Patreon.
There's pictures of my incisions, but there's nothing gnarly, but there is a picture of syringes with my fat in them. It's not as gross as it sounds though, but that's there. So it's all at the confidant level. But if you're like, I am curious about that, but I don't want to do the confidant level. I'm selling it as a collection. So for $8, you could just get access to that stuff and you don't have to do the full on confidant stuff. So patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Also Substack. Substack.com. Daniel, anything?
No, nothing.
All right. Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?